People say, well, they're a team. Who cares who's the leader? Well, every team got a captain, don't they? You watch football. There's a football team, and then there's a quarterback. Even if you're just considering the team, the quarterback is the leader of the team. Yeah, everyone has their roles that make it a team, but there is leadership. There's a hierarchy. And for you Christian believers out there, which blew my mind how many Christian women don't subscribe to the idea that it's God, man, woman on this hierarchy. And the men who, it blew my mind how many men who allow the restructure of that hierarchy. God, then woman, then man. That ain't how it went. If you don't believe in that, that's cool. For those who are non-Christian and you don't follow that faith, that's fine. I'm not trying to make this into a religious thing. What I'm saying is, when it comes to leadership, the way our society is structured and how it's been structured for the longest, in other societies around the world, leadership comes down from strength. Leadership is born in strength, knowledge, power. Right? And I'm not saying a woman can't be strong. Not saying a woman can't be powerful. I'm not saying a woman can't be knowledgeable. What I'm saying is, in this relationship, scratch that. When women are looking for men, women are not looking for men they can dominate. Not for husbands. When women looking for a husband, she typically, I can't even say that with a straight face, because most of these women who have husbands, they dominating their husbands. But you take the husband out of it. She longs for a man in power. She longs for a man with influence. She longs for a man that's a leader. Well, a lot of women who are married to these husbands, they cheat on their husbands with the guy that can dominate them. The guy that's not afraid to put her in her place when it's necessary. The guy who's not afraid to take charge. It happens every day. It's like, I wonder if women can have two husbands, would they go for that? Right? One husband is just the financer. All he does is sponsor the relationship. All he does is pay for everything. Right? And then the other husband is the one that actually acts in a husband's capacity. He's the leader. He's the king. He's the power structure. He's the disciplinary. All of that. He's the one with the vision. He's the one with the guidance. But then fast forward to reality. Low key, a lot of them, their relationships are set up just that way. You know, I ask a lot of women, what do you look for in a husband? I don't say what do you look for in a man. See, I switch it. I say, what do you look for in a husband? And in a husband, they look for provision and protection. Right? Because not every man can provide and protect. But you can expect that out of your husband, ladies. So, once they marry the guy, who, whether he can protect her or not, he can sure provide. Where that hypergamy come in. So the house, the car, the handbags, everything else, the life she want, he give her that. He gives her the tangible life she wants. Right? but do he really give her the life of a husband and wife that she envisioned in her mind? And people say, well, she with that weak dude, this, that, and the third. A lot of times, man, we use each other for stepping stones. But more so, women use, a lot of women using their husbands for stepping stones. They got married because he asked to. 1 out of 4 women were married. In our society. So, the fact that a man even asked her for marriage, and there's a lot of women said no. He jumped the gun, he a goofy. She said, no, I ain't with that. You got some women that'll say yes just because they're asked. You got some women that'll say yes because she ready and he's the one. Ask women why they say yes. I couldn't tell you. I'm just speculating. I can speak on this man shit though. And when it comes down to men being husbands versus just a man being who serving in his purpose and being who he's supposed to be. I say a woman lucky if she find a man that's living in his purpose and being who he's supposed to be. And he serves as a good husband to her, right? And he makes her his wife. Man, you lucky as hell if you find a dude that's on his grind and really on his purpose, and he pick you. Out of all the women in the world, cause let's not get it twisted. Let's keep it funky. Women, men can choose from all the women in the world. It just so happened that, you know, the women that's available to him are the ones he typically choose from because they're in his reach. Don't give an average dude no passport and resources to be able to travel the world. That's why not everybody can do it. We're gonna keep it on subject. D Wade, my woman leads in our relationship. 9 times out of 10. Hey, great. I say great for them, but I'm not happy with that being made public. One thing I do agree on is whatever happened in your family, stay in your family. I'm not a proponent of putting your business that go on in your household out for the world to know. And see, truth be told, I would have been totally fine. Well, not totally fine, because that's my opinion, but it wouldn't have been no harm, no foul if D Wade and Gabrielle would have just kept that within their family and kept it private like it's supposed to be. But you shared that on national airways. You shared that for the world to hear. And it got the conversation started. And see, one thing I like about this new thing where you can go on a platform or YouTube or whatever, and you can voice your opinion on certain things, it get conversations started that men and women wouldn't have ordinarily had. The salons and the barbershops are coming together, right? These environments are coming together in mutual spaces, and they're starting to have the conversation. And it's gonna be some mudslinging. It's gonna get heated. That's all a part of it. See, in the real world, there's no fairness when it comes to winning and losing. Either on one side or the other side. But see, it's not a contest that we're trying to win or lose. We're just trying to come together, better understand each other. Really understand each other from a real space, not from a finessing, a finessing fantasy space. See, Y'all just let me know what you thought of this video. Is D Wade wrong? Should people just mind their business? What? Is Gabrielle right? Is it our business?